Today's video is sponsored by Michaels. Hi everyone, happy spooky season. Today we're going to be doing a watercolor with me for a new sticker set that I've been really wanting to create. So I'm just going to get out my Arches watercolor paper and then we're just going to start sketching. I have been really wanting to do like a witchy kind of magical kind of spooky themed sticker set. I've had a lot of people ask recently where my stickers have gone, and I just have been feeling uninspired in the past few months, and I'm finally getting the chance to like sit down and create things again, which is awesome. And so I have like 3 sticker sets done now, including this one, which I'll be launching as like a fall collection. But yeah, you'll see that I don't go too all in with the like Halloween theme necessarily on this one, because I like to have stickers where I can use them all year. So I'm making it more like witchy, magical, kind of autumn themed instead of like Halloween, because it's just one day out of the entire year. So I figured I'd do something more universal. But yeah, I did a little witch's hat, a little urn, a haunted house, and then I'm taking some inspiration from a past watercolor with me video that I did and doing this little gem and mystical kind of eye. I love the little patches on this witch's hat. I think it's so cute. As soon as I finished drawing it though, it totally brought me back to like the Harry Potter films. I haven't seen a Harry Potter film in so long, and I feel like I'm just gonna force my boyfriend to watch them all with me before Halloween. I just want to marathon it because he's only seen like 1 or 2. So I have to try to convince him to just watch all of them with me. He'll love it. Because I especially, and him, we both don't vibe with horror films. I just feel like they're either way too cheesy or way too like trying to give you a heart attack kind of thing. So I just kind of stick to the like Hocus Pocus, Harry Potter, Halloween Town. Those are all of the movies that I watch in October to get me like in the Halloween mood. I don't know about you guys, but that's just how I've always been, and that's just how it's gonna be forever probably for me. But anyways, I'm just finishing up with my sketches. I did a little tarot card, of course. I did some mushrooms, another gem, kind of like burning candle, a stack of books that I took inspiration to do from my last bullet journal plan with me theme. And I also did like a mystical kind of like teapot. And yeah, the sketch is finally done. So now we're gonna do the painting process. So I'm gonna get all of my new paints out that I got from Michaels, and these ones are by Daniel Smith, and I got them in like 5 or 6 different colors. I'll list all the colors that I got here, but I got 2 larger tubes of the colors that I thought I would use a lot, and then the rest of them I got these tiny baby ones, and they're so cute. For watercolors, it doesn't really require a ton of paint, so I usually go through these tubes very slowly, so that's why I just got the tiny ones. But yeah, I just got out my brushes and then my moon paint palette, which I thought would be very fitting for this video, and I'm just gonna place all of my paints on my palette. The colors that I chose for this painting are kind of ones that remind me of Halloween or autumn. For the more magical paintings, I'm going to be using like some dusty purple colors and some darker grayish blues. And then for the warm tones, I'm going to throw in some burnt oranges and burnt reds, and I think they're going to look really good together. Usually when I'm painting, I either pick warm tones or cool tones, but this time I'm going in with both. And I am just getting out my Jelly Roll pen now, which is my favorite white pen ever for like tiny details. You guys know my all-time favorite white pen is the Uniball Signo, but I don't think that pen comes in a small version like this one does. But yeah, now I'm just getting out my Fine Tech Gold paint palette to add some shimmery gold accents. This is my favorite gold palette of all time, as you guys know. And I am done with my little teapot. So I'm gonna move on to my Pantone swatch. I thought it'd be really cool to make a like starry kind of themed Pantone painting. As you guys might know, I've been doing a bunch of paintings on Pantone, actual Pantone swatches, and they always are so fun to create. And I was doing it on stream the other day on Twitch, and someone suggested I do a galaxy themed one. So I wanted to add that into this sticker design. But now I actually want to do one on an actual swatch. I think it's so cute. But yeah, now I'm going to paint my little witch hat. Sorry the video kind of skipped there for a second. I didn't realize that my camera died, so I kind of missed some of that footage. But yeah, we're just going to paint this little witch hat, and I'm going in with the quinacridone? I don't know how to say that. Quinacridone burnt orange color, and also the burnt sienna. And oh my goodness, I had never tried this burnt sienna color before, and it's now my like new favorite. It's such a pretty fall color, and I feel like I'm gonna use it for everything now. But yeah, it's called Burnt Sienna by Daniel Smith, and this one's definitely going down in the books for me for my favorite paints of all time. And honestly, all of these colors that I got from Daniel Smith, I love them so much. I've only tried Daniel Smith watercolors I think one other time. I had like one tube from a while back, and I loved the like color payoff that they get, and the way that they kind of mixed in with the waters was very satisfying. You don't get that with all watercolors. A lot of the time the water will kind of wash it out and you won't get that vibrant color and texture, but I knew that the Daniel Smith brand was really good about that, so I got all of the pretty colors that I saw on the rack at Michael's. But yeah, I am just finishing my little urn. I kind of did a dusty purple color for it, and now I'm gonna go in with the tarot card, and I was debating whether I should do the sky like a light blue or a purple, and then I was like, wait, what if it could be like more of a sunsetty like orange vibe to it? And to kind of get that washed effect in the sky, I made sure in some areas I had more paint on my brush, and in others I put more water so that you could kind of get that like dreamy watercolor vibe. And now I'm just going in with my micron pen and I'm doing the little clouds. I thought these little details would be cute to add. And inking on this paper was a lot more difficult than I would have expected, only because I'm working on cold pressed water paper, and especially with the Arches watercolor paper, it's very like high quality and it has a lot of like texture to it, which is nice a lot of the time for watercolor paintings. But when you're drawing on it, it can be hard to kind of work around those edges. So I would definitely suggest getting the Canson XL watercolor paper, which is cold pressed, but it's not as textured. Or a hot pressed watercolor paper if you're wanting to do a lot of like inking on top. But it still worked out, it still looked good. I just had to kind of take my time with it. And now I'm just doing this fern, and then I'm gonna move on to the little book section. And like I said earlier, I got inspired by my books that I painted on my September cover theme for my bullet journal. So I'm kind of going in and doing the same thing that I did for that. I just think it's so cute, and so I wanted to do some like witchy looking books. I kind of wish I could just paint books all day, honestly. There's something about painting books that I love. Ever since I did it in my bullet journal spread, I've been wanting to like paint more books. It's so random, but it's so fun, and you can kind of make them whatever design you want. So what I did is I just designed the bottom book to be like the moon, and then the top one to be the sun. And I thought it turned out so cute because the moon one is like dark and midnight colors, and the sun one is more of like a orangey bright ochre color. I don't know. I was so proud of myself for coming up with that idea. That was so cute. But anyways, moving on, I am just changing a little bit of the design of the tarot card because I wanted the outside to be black. I thought it'd be cute to have like a black and orange theme, kind of like for spooky season. So I just did that, and I am making the outside kind of starry. As you can see, I went a little bit crazy with the sparkles and the stars on this one, but That is a-okay. It's spooky season, y'all. I finally have an excuse. And then I'm just doing my little gem with some little leaf sprigs coming out of it. And then I did a couple of rainbows throughout these paintings just because I thought they'd fill in the blank spots. For some reason, imperfect rainbows are so cute to me, so I had to throw a little bit of those in there. And then this candle, for the life of me, I could not figure out how to color this candle. It looks kind of weird right now, but I fix it in a little bit with some ink and some like lightening of different aspects of it, so we'll come back to that one. But moving on to my favorite part, which is my mushrooms. I love painting mushrooms. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they're so cute, and I just feel like it really puts me in that fall season mood. I don't know about you guys, but I have personally never seen a mushroom that looks like this. Have you guys ever seen a mushroom that is red with little white dots on it? All I paint are these kinds of mushrooms, but I've never for my entire life have seen a mushroom like this. They've always been just tan or brown. So that is officially going on my bucket list of things to do in my lifetime. See a red spotted mushroom. That's going on my bucket list. Oh god. But anyways, I'm moving on to my little haunted house, which is my last painting I'm going to be doing. And you'll see in a second, I struggled with this one. I was painting this way too late. I started this video way too late. And at this point, it was 5 a.m. in the morning, and my brain was not functioning at all whatsoever. So I just painted this big black window. I went over it a million times and it smeared everywhere. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go fix my candle first and just do something else for a second. And I did end up fixing my candle, which I was pretty proud of myself for. But the house was still smearing everywhere, so I decided, okay, I'm just gonna be patient, wait for it to dry. And then I ended up going over it with a darker black paint and kind of fixed it. And I added some sparkles to it too to make it look a little bit cuter. And I actually like how it turned out. Also, the little moon cutout in the doorway, I got the idea for it from an episode of Fixer Upper actually, because a couple found this really old house that had a moon cut out in the wooden doorway, and I know they bought it for that door. That would be totally me. If I saw that, I would be like, yes, this is my house. But yeah, anyways, this is the final paintings. I feel like everything turned out so magical looking, especially with like the golden accents and the warm and darker cool toned colors together. This is exactly what I was envisioning, so I am so glad that I did this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you ended up painting along with me, be sure to tag me in your recreations. I would absolutely love to see them. Every time I do a watercolor with me like this, I love to see your guys' versions of it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.